Okay, so in our ongoing journey, Niagara College, General Business Program, Principles of Marketing, 1301. Diana, I said I've got like 80 students, and half of them, I don't even think they're in Canada yet. They're all over the place. There could be quite possibly the scenario where we've got Niagara College, we've got Brock, we've got college university students who quite frankly are going to graduate a program, never stepping on campus. And I wanted to do something about that. So this series is part of an asynchronous teaching style where I've wanted to bring in real life people, real life stories, but more importantly, you sat in class, you and I met, right? We were standing on tables, just running around, just being crazy, but it set you on a journey. And I've asked you to speak your journey tonight because it's real. And it's not perfect, and I don't think it ever will be. But it's always been what I appreciate about you is you've always stayed focused on your values, focused on your family, which you have nieces and stuff. It's so awesome. But also focused on building your own business and some of the learning that you've gone through. So without further ado, Diana Slappendel, like you're local girl, like you grew up in Smithville, right? This is so odd, like just right around the corner from us. And I don't know if I ever told you this, Andrea and I, our first house was in Smithville at Wade and Town Line across your high school. Crazy. We were in that little brown house where you went to school. We were, I don't know, I think we were gone by the time you went to school there. But anyhow, it's a small world. So welcome, Diana. I wanted you to, if you wouldn't mind, just tell us who you are and kind of walk us through your Niagara College story. And then you've taken some great journeys. I've watched you and I'm very proud of you in your career. But take us on that journey. Give us the Diana story. This is going to be, I should get some popcorn in a
yeah. Again, thank you so much for having me. I am so excited. The journey, man, I can't believe it's been so long. It feels like just yesterday we were in class together.
Tell them it was.
Yeah, it was just yesterday. Yeah, we're still very young. But I always knew that I wanted to be an entrepreneur. So even when I was sitting in your classroom, I knew in my heart that eventually I wanted to have my own business of some sort. I didn't know what that looked like in that point in time. I thought it was going to be event management at the time, actually. So I had somebody in my careers class when I was, we had career day at high school, and he took the sales and marketing program, and he spoke very highly of it. And I needed a diploma to get into event management. And so after he had spoken so highly of the program, I took it. And obviously, one of my favorite decisions that I've made up until this point, because it just sets you up for so many different career paths.
Yeah.
And it opens so many doors, and it also gives you a little taste of everything that you need in a business, which is great for an entrepreneur. And I can even say that now, 10, 11 years later, I don't even want to do the math, but yeah, crazy what it sets you up for. And just knowing all of the ins and outs of a business. So whether you're in the business or running your own thing, you need to know all the little parts, especially starting my own business now, you're wearing a lot of different hats.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, take us into what you're doing now, Diana, because this is a new business for you. And I'm pretty excited because I think there's a great market for this.
Yes. And I can agree completely. I actually accidentally started my business that I'm doing now today. I'm 8 months in full time. I accidentally started it while I was in college, actually. So funny story. But I own a cleaning company now. So I started 8 months ago. I was struggling a little bit, just kind of figuring out what to do with my day-to-day, and just, I had a couple clients that I was cleaning for. And I decided to reach out to a girlfriend of mine. I was like, hey, if you have any clients that you're not able to take on, let me know. She's like, I'm actually leaving Niagara region, and I would love to hand all of my clients over to you.
Wow.
And I was like, now what do I do?
No, this is real.
I was wasn't expecting that. Obviously, I was like, now what? So I had a job at the time. I was not prepared to take my cleaning business full time. I never ever in a million years thought that that's what I would be doing. I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's try it. Let's see where this thing goes. And I'm super excited about it still to this day. I'm 8 months in and we are growing and just having a great time doing it as well. So, yeah.
But isn't it great that you got to love what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely.
And,
You gotta.
yeah, and you did a stint in the financial world, and our team together at Sun Life were wonderful people, and
Right.
and you kind of you're courageous enough to go into that world. But I always think about what you learn from that. It's not so much even what you did; it's what you learn from it, and you're going to carry that through to your business. And now you're exciting, like I really think that you can speak to a lot of the students, because unfortunately in the class, me, I'm always saying like, hey, if you work for someone else, you're probably never going to get wealthy. But if you start your own business, the ceiling, there is no ceiling for you. And the students are like, what?
Yeah.
I want to get a job with a marketing agency in Toronto for $100,000 a year upon graduating. I'm like, knock yourself out, right?
Yeah.
And I've seen students do it,
Yep.
but it's rare, right? But you're taking the entrepreneurial leap. And when were you scared? Are you, like, you say you're excited, but what do you like most about running your own business?
Absolutely, it was scary. I think that the thing that I love most about running my own business is one, I have the creativity to do what I want with the business. Second of all, I love that I have the ability to grow with it, and I love even just the connections that I've been making, and it's been a journey for sure, and it felt like a really big risk at the time, and I didn't know what it was going to look like. I was like, you know what, I'll take on these clients, and I was doing the math. I'm like, I think if I work 4 days a week and 6 hours a day, like that is like the bare minimum, and I think that that would be comfortable. Man, it does not look like that at all. I'll tell you that for free. I could work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day if I really wanted to. It's gotten so crazy. And that's, I mean, I think the biggest thing I realized is when you look for opportunity, you find it. And I didn't really realize that, but as soon as you start opening your eyes to different opportunities, it turned from like residential to commercial to some car detailing in the mix, and it just you're learning all kinds of new things,
Yeah.
and it's just been so much fun and just meeting new people. But I would say that looking for the opportunities was one of the big things. So
Well, the two toughest parts there's three of running a business. Number one, cash flow, right? It's something you got to do projections. And I will tell you, it's not the money you make, but the money you spend that you watch.
for sure.
Second part is branding, which you're really good at, but I want to talk to you a little bit about you, kind of how you want to market your business and brand your business. And the third piece, which you're now getting into, is hiring employees and staff. How many employees do you have now?
So there's 4 of us full-time currently, 2 part-time. I'm currently hiring another part-time student and another full-time girl, and I have a co-op student. So we're growing. So
Yeah. And so now you're responsible for people's lives,
yeah.
and there's weight in that. Like, there's weight. That's what will keep you awake at night. So let's go to number 2. What's the name of your business, and how are you kind of marketing it, and what type of marketing are you specifically focused on? Because this is a marketing class. I gotta ask those questions.
Right.
Name of the business and how you're marketing it.
So not my proudest moment. My business name is All Purpose Cleaners Niagara, because at the time it happened so quick. Like I said, overnight, I wanted something that was scalable and sellable because I didn't really know what was going to happen with it at the time. now obviously that I'm in it, I've been working on some rebranding, and hopefully I've thought about changing my name, but at the same time I'm like, I feel like we've established a name for ourselves at this point that I don't really need to. But a lot of our branding, and honestly, when you do what you're doing well, you aren't really looking for new clients. They're coming to you, and that's kind of the struggle that I've had, is sometimes I feel like I try not to post too much because there's a lot of referrals coming in.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a really big thing, is that when you find something that you're good at, you get the referrals after you start showing up and just, like doing the work and putting 110% into it. And that's just kind of what I've been feeling. For marketing, I mainly market on Instagram.
Yeah.
I have done a giveaway, which did incredible for us. Apparently everyone wants cleaning services. So, I mean, that was really good for us as well. So Instagram, like, giveaways is probably going to be one of my main things for gaining new followers and reaching new people. I don't do anything paid as of now. It's just all been
You
like
don't have to.
no.
You don't have to. Don't forget, Diana, by being on Instagram, you're marketing to a different generation,
For
right?
sure.
And like, let's just call a spade a spade. Like, Facebook is a certain generation, LinkedIn is a certain generation, Instagram is the monster now. So I think you're hitting a generation. Where are you located?
We're located, I mean, I'm in Wainfleet.
Right.
But the thing is, with hiring girls on, we all are from different cities, and
Yeah.
so they service different cities, and I try to make sure that their client base is as close to them as possible.
Isn't that great?
Um,
And you
yeah.
think about the demographics moving into just the Niagara region, is you have these younger professionals. Well, you even have probably some retired people as well, but the younger professionals working full time, both spouses or partners working full time. So that's why I said your business is almost recession proof.
Yeah.
If you really think about it. So I'm so excited for you. Like, what's your vision? These are tough questions. I didn't even tell you I was going to ask these questions. You're probably like, ew, you're going to keep my car after this.
No.
Like, what do you
So,
see?
going into this year, my big things were, I wanted to be able to pull back a little bit so that I could work on training.
Nice.
I really do enjoy being hands-on and teaching, and it doesn't look like being in a classroom as it does for you. But I do love teaching. I love being hands-on, and I love dealing with people, and like
Yeah.
sharing the knowledge that I've learned. I've been cleaning houses for 10 years, over 10 years now. And so I've tried a lot of things, and one of the really great things about this profession too is I just tell everyone, you just learn to become a great problem solver. And
Really?
yeah, because cleaning is really just solving a problem, and it's the same as being a business owner. You're solving a problem. I knew when I was working in the finance industry, I was working long hours. I needed someone to clean my house. And now here we are. I'm cleaning people's houses, and
Yeah.
I'm working. My client base is, a lot of them are self-employed. Actually, a lot of them are busy people.
Yeah.
A lot of them are both working. You see, and everyone's like, what's your main clientele? I have such a wide spectrum. I can't even peg it, like what it looks like. And I said, we're here to help you work, like, create time for more things that you love, and it could look different to everyone. So.
Wow. Now, what are your service primarily? Like interior, like you said about detailing a car or something. What's it? Here's a great question. What's a typical day look like for you? And you're going to go, yeah, tell me if there's a typical day. But what is it mostly that you do?
So it depends. Yesterday was a crazy day for myself, and this is when I know I need to hire. So I started with a commercial clean. So I start with a commercial clean. So I'm cleaning an office before the client gets in, before the offices are even open.
Wow.
And then next clean was, I would say mainly our client base is residential. So residential is during the day, like your 8 to 5.
Yeah.
And we're in and out of people's houses. So I do have teams of girls that go out, or I do solo cleans depending on the amount of hours.
Yeah.
So if a client comes to me and they have 4 or more hours of service, then I send out a team.
Wow.
It's less than 4, then I try and send out just a solo clean. So I mean, they all look different. So again, back to that myself, a normal day would be commercial, either early in the morning, there might be one at night. And then during the day is typically residential. So 2 to 3 cleans residential. And then on
Hence
the
why you
weekend,
need some people, because
yeah,
you could do day and night. You quite
yeah,
frankly could, right?
yeah. And
Because
that's,
it borders on janitorial. It borders on commercial janitorial, which is off hours.
yeah. So,
Are
and
you seeing places open up now, like offices and stuff? Are you pretty enthusiastic?
yeah, I mean, it's a mix. It depends on which industry they're in. I'm also noticing a lot more clients are home, and I think that was the biggest change from when I started 10 years ago to now. I was hiring girls, and they're like, the people are home. It kind of makes me uncomfortable. And I said, I get that your first couple are gonna feel a little weird. I said, but they become like family to you.
Your family, yeah.
Yeah, I have clients whose houses I'm in every week, and I feel like they're family because I see their babies growing. I see their
Ah,
children growing up. I have kids helping me clean the microwave, like so and so wants to help me mop. Like they're I've gotten invited to 2 5-year-olds birthday parties. Like it's just so sweet. Right.
that's
And it's just
awesome.
because they're so excited to see you. And it's yeah, it's not a cleaning service to me at all.
Wow.
Right. Yeah.
Well, Sally, here's the Alex DeGenis Sally comment. Like, hey, you guys are great. That's awesome. Here's Sally, first year residence, doesn't know what she's going to have for dinner. What would your advice be for? And we've got first year students right now, and they're awesome. Some of them know what they want to do. Some of them have no idea. Well, probably most of them. What would your advice be? Even looking back to what our experience was at the college and the advice that you got from speakers, if you could give this group advice, what would you say?
Try different things. I would say trying things, even if it's just a hobby, even if it's a job, a part-time job, try things, always learn something from it, and always start before you're ready. I I like, for me, everyone told me that I was crazy. Why would you want to hire anyone? Because that's a lot more work. Now you have to worry about someone else. And you know what? It made me hire more. Watch me, because you know what? That's, yeah. So those are my 2 things that I would say. Exactly. Let's go. So,
That's what's next for you. So on behalf of all of us, and stay on because I'm going to talk to you more, but on
okay.
behalf of Niagara College, whoop, 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 you're back. You're back as a graduate speaker. How cool is that?
So great.
Like
It's
this,
pretty cool. I never would have expected this ever.
I did. I knew it. I've been planning this for a couple of years. So just simmer down. Just
Okay.
simmer down. So I want to thank you. And we're doing this at night. So you're probably exhausted. I've been up since 4 a.m. Thank you.
It's a day in the life.
Thanks for keeping it real.
Oh, no problem.